these are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
Happy weekend, everyone. It's the NBA on Saturday night, presented to you live on 2K Sports. Two slam dunk champs, Grant Hill and Brent Barry, our analysts tonight. Brian Anderson here. We'll hear from Allie LaForce as well. And with balloting underway, a chance to check out the leaders in the All-Star voting.
Well, it's so interesting to see where the players stack up right now.
You take a look at Nance. With how things stand now, it'd take a big change in the voting to get him into the top 10 in the East.
Yeah, much less the starting five, but he shouldn't let that distract him from the honor of making it onto this list at all.
And it's hard to contain the excitement as we look ahead to what promises to be an outstanding All-Star weekend. So a look at the starters for the Pacers. We've got Washington, and it's Monroe in at the center position, locking down the middle. And for the Wizards, and it's Jordan in at the 5, roaming the paint. This can be a time of the season when it's hard for players to keep their focus, Grant.
Oh, man, B.A., the buzz of a new season is behind you. The playoffs are a long way off. This is when a coach earns his keep, making sure his guys stay energized and focused.
Here we go.
It'll be the Wizards off the tip. Here's Carrington. When good offense meets great defense, these are the games MP has set his sights on. He wants his team to play poised, avoid rushing, and play their brand of offensive basketball.
And when you talk to MP, he says they will continue winning games if they run their offense efficiently by doing things like moving the ball, setting screens, and just general communication with one another. He feels that if they accomplish this, even the best defensive teams in the league won't be able to contain them.
Now here's Jordan. Fires it. 2 shots, 2 makes. Off to a good start. And here's Wall. You know, his impact on offense has been terrific, scoring just around 20 points a game. Washington against Morris. And it's Washington missing. With the drive. It's good.
A bit of a picture-perfect start here to this game. They've connected on all 3 looks.
So it's the Pacers now. 7-point differential. Last time they met was in Indianapolis.
It was just a challenging game for them. They executed well, but just not well enough to put themselves over the top.
Categorically, you look at that box score from that last game, and they outplayed their opponent in so many areas. I thought it was going to at least come down to a buzzer beater, but it did not.
And that was our AT&T 5G Slam Cam, bringing you the sauce. Fades. Jordan misses.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
And it's Washington missing.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
They've hit 4 of their first 5 shots. Great execution and attention to detail.
The Pacers have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Pass to Holland. Here's Ford. And Good. Coming on the assist by Wall.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
The Wizards have gone 4 of 5 so far. Looking sharp. Here's Morris. And here in the first, approaching 3 minutes played. Pass to Jordan. The three is up. It's rebounded by Indiana. They couldn't put the pieces together last time out, losing to the Clippers.
In today's NBA, you have to stretch the floor or you're going to struggle big time.
Yeah, the best way to make it hard on teams is continue your motion, and their motion on the perimeter just wasn't good enough. That ended up costing them.
And the basket by McMillan.
An outstanding first quarter from the field.
Pacers trail by 7. Pass to Washington. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Monroe misses. Washington's gone 2 for 3 from outside the arc. Here's Jordan. He connects. And now he's 4 for 6 in today's game.
And what's working here, each guy is willing to make the next pass.
Pass to Ford. Here's Holland. 11 points for him last game against the Clippers.
His passing, another high point in that game. He made sure it wasn't all about him. He wanted to get his teammates involved.
Oh, got that one up quick. Jordan's got 12.
You can't help but look toward their defense. They're totally lost.
Pacers trail by 12. And Chris Finch has called timeout. He wants a few moments to regroup with his players.
Trying anything now to get them out of this slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
The Pacers making a switch here. And a chance for us here to check out the top passing teams in the league this past month. Washington, number 1. Indiana with some changes. Ingram comes in for George, and it's Holland in for Little. Second quarter of action, about 1.5 minutes played. Now here's Jordan. Last game, an incredible scoring display for him. And the shot goes.
They're locked in and focused on making each possession a success.
That's exactly how they got the lead. They ended up having multiple possessions in a row with good quality shots, knocked them down, and the game is fully in their control.
And Indiana looking at who they've got. We've got Holland, and it's Ingram in a 2-guard. That three's off the mark. Washington leading by 8. Oakley, pass to Ramsey. From deep, Jordan. That is now his 7th field goal in 10 attempts. Impressive.
The scoring is coming easy for him. Got to keep the ball in his hands.
Indiana's gone 0 for 4 from beyond the arc here in the second quarter. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, guys, cool hands in the last outing against the Celtics put on a show. He finished with 60 points and hit a bunch of threes. No surprises there. His numbers from that game jump off the stat sheet. He was just superb. Guys, let's see if he can do it again.
It really was some night for him. He couldn't have been much better, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., there was nothing they could do to contain him. Once he got rolling, it was game on.
And sometimes you can just look at a guy and you see the confidence that he's playing with. That's what I like best.
He just brings a great feel for the game at the offensive end.
Pass to Barry. Now Jordan. He's got 17. Counted from distance. Jordan's got 8 points in the quarter.
This defense just can't stay connected to shooters.
And Ingram has got the ball here for Indiana. Down by 12. At the conclusion of this one, they're off to Memphis, where they'll face the Grizzlies. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. Jordan with the bucket. Jordan's got 22 points.
He's going off this quarter. A huge reason why this team is on top.
And here in the second quarter of action, as we approach 4 minutes played. Pass to Ford. Here's Holland. Still without a bucket. Ooh, rejected by Jordan. Now the Wizards in transition. Monroe grabs the miss. Monroe's got 4 rebounds now. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell. Oh, yeah, that'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam. 52 seconds left in the first half of this one. Pass to Ramsey. Here's Hall to the inside. 6 on the shot clock.
Shoot the
From deep, Jordan.
Oh,
they find the hot hand. You can count it. He's 10 for 14 now.
Wow, their opponent is doing a tremendous job spacing the floor.
From deep. And it's Ford missing.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Pass to Jordan. Three-pointer. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
The assist numbers certainly stand out. They've really emphasized ball movement here today.
Outside Ingram. Here's Ford. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Ingram. Ford's got 5 points now in the quarter.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
I was close.
And so it's Washington liking their chances, ending the quarter with a 15-point lead. And the 3-ball has been huge in building this lead. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Hey everybody, it's halftime. Boy, it's been a rough go so far for the Indiana Pacers.
A lot of bricks out there. Reminds me of my free throw shooting. Enough to build a house. Come on, man. Take it to the paint. Man up.
Man up is correct. These teams often get addicted, Shaq, to the 3. Time for some intervention here. What's your plan B, please?
And now we get to check out the top performers from their respective teams in that first half.
Yeah, these two are getting after it. They're working overtime to be the guy. They've got each other fired up.
It's almost like they're playing their own game of one-on-one. And that's it for halftime. Thank you for joining us. We send you back to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. Well, Brent, league-wide, more and more points being scored. You see that tapering off at any point?
BA, with all the rule changes and what we're seeing in terms of the skill set of players growing, I mean, the scoring is just going to keep going. How far can we go? I don't know. I feel like we're topping off a little bit. The only way we're going to score more points in a game is add more time to the clock.
And it's Morris in at the small forward position. That's the group for Willie Green getting going here in the second half. Morris on the wing. Off target from three-point range.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Wall for 3. And they'll get another chance. Sinks the tray. Holland's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game.
That's pretty much not how they wanted to end the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Back to Jordan. It's good.
He made it,
and he
nigga.
drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A three-point play opportunity. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Pacers trail by 15. And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. And a fast break now for the Wizards. Shot's good by Carrington. Carrington's got his second basket on the night.
And that was just moving the ball quickly. And he's rewarded at the end with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down. But when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Trying to get it going. Only 1 for 5 to start the second half.
Doing a lot of nice work now from the field. He's helped get them this lead, and now he's helped them keep it.
For Indiana, they've gotten just 1 of 5 shots to drop since halftime. Count that one.
Damn.
Well, the defense allowed that one. He had a clear path to the cup.
Washington leading by 17. Into the third. 2 minutes in now to the middle. Count it. And it's Morris with the assist. Morris has got his 4th assist with that last one.
They are passing the ball around tremendously right now.
Here's Holland, a reliable offensive contributor, putting up almost 14 a game.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
That one goes. Count it. Jordan's got 35 in the game.
They're really working the paint now.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half. Out to the right wing. Back to Washington. They set the pick. Holland for 3. It's rebounded by Washington. Jordan's got 4 rebounds now. Off with the layup.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
And he's the guy that you want to go to right now, trying to put this one away.
The Pacers again can't hit.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
He's carried much of the scoring load tonight, and with the win in reach, don't expect him to let up.
And it's Wall with the ball for Indiana. Pass to Holland. We've got 1:28 left in the third quarter. 5 to shoot. The 3 from Washington. Buries it from 3. Washington's got 5 now.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
And it's Willie Green calling the timeout here. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. So it's both teams making substitutions here. And here's a look at some numbers for him.
And he's had a rough past 5 games. He's had trouble finding his offensive rhythm and just hasn't been as effective as he'd like to be on that end. But this is something all players go through, and I'm sure he'll fight his way back.
Now here's Jordan, tightly guarded. Yep, that one goes. Jordan's got 40 points.
Boy, absolutely no rim protection, leading to a lot of easy buckets here.
Here's Ford. Give him 8. Wall for 3. Sarr pulls it in.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Here's Jordan. And it's flushed down. A nice jam.
Oh my. What a display of effort.
That's his bread and butter, right? Chasing down the boards.
Stick with fundamentals there. Shot goes up, box out, or he'll destroy you.
Washington against Jordan. It's stolen. And the Wizards on the break. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. To the wing, right side. 4-3. Sends it home from three-point land. Jordan's got 43 points.
I mean, he is at his best when it matters most. This game is theirs as long as he can keep this up.
Here's Wall. And Indiana misses again.
Yeah, my expectations were that he was not going to miss that one. He handles that kind of defense, especially on the inside.
And so it's Washington cruising into the next quarter with a 30-point advantage. It hasn't taken them too many shots to get their points. They're winning with efficiency. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. And Indiana looking at who they've got. We've got Holland, and it's Ford in at the 2. Pass to Kerr. Here's Sarr. He's guarded by Nance. Here's Sarr. Yep, that one's good.
They're not messing around. 5 of their last 6 buckets have come from the interior.
Teams having a moment.
Well, B.A., these teams have done a very good job of positioning themselves well. If you look back over the past couple of years, what have they done? Well, they've had themselves a lot of pick and a lot of good fortune moving up in the draft in some cases. These teams aren't going anywhere.
Jordan's checked in for Washington. Kerr, the pass to Jordan. The three. Nails it from three. Jordan's got 46.
They've been pretty lax with their perimeter defense, giving up a lot of three-pointers.
Indiana's got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Pass to Holland. Fires from deep. The Pacers again can't hit.
And not a way to get out of the funk. He needs to be looking for good, solid, more efficient shots. Not the wild one he took there.
Out of bounds. It'll be Pacers ball. The Pacers have gone 5 of 11 so far in the fourth. Rebound by the Wizards. Jordan's got his 5th rebound in this one. We're in the final quarter play here. 3 minutes in. Here's Ramsey. Pass to Kerr. To the wing on the left. From deep, Jordan. Good! Another from 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable. These calls can be so difficult for officials to make.
Well, Indiana shooting just 35% from the floor. Here's Wall. Drops it in from 14 feet away.
Mid-range, plenty of room for that release. He's going to take those all day long.
Morris. Chalk up 2 there. Morris has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And trust me, when the D's slow to react, he'll be the first guy to make them pay.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
And Washington powers it through.
Just rising up to the rim.
Man, when he gets up there, he gets up there. You know what I'm saying? On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. Another one falls. Amazing. And that gives him 51.
Making it look easy.
We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. The Pacers shooting an even 50% since the fourth quarter got underway.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Wizards.
Pretty clear who the better team was today. They dominated in just about every phase of this game, Grant.
B.A., it's almost hard to think what didn't go well for them. Their plan, their execution, everything was absolutely on point.
And it was a team effort tonight, collecting their 39th victory of the year.
And they've now won themselves a 2-1 advantage in this season series. We'll see if it's the same story when these two meet one last time.
And what a huge performance it was for cool hands.
I just loved his defense. He took pride in swatting away a bunch of shots tonight and made his impact felt.
Showing us that killer instinct right now. No letting the foot off the gas for them.
Yeah, up until that point, a competitive game, but once they broke through that barrier, it was all them. Complete control.
Outside Wall. The 3 is up. Sarr pulls it in.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on. And that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
Now here's Jordan, guarded closely. For 3, misses there. So we see the Wizards taking the W here. They didn't have too many problems tonight.
They didn't. Just a tremendous team effort. Once they had that big lead, they were not going to let the visitors back into the game.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. Alongside Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson with our entire 2K crew thanking you for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
Keep it up, MP. Keep chopping wood. Wins pay the bills, baby. Yo, can you give me a pair of the Chicago ones? Ready, MP. Man, the air really is thinner up here. Hope you've been running.
Listen, breathe, but I feel like there's some advanced stats that our coaches may not know. Like, for example, improvement goal by 1 per week, 12, and all get on the same page. That'd be great, I guess, but just do us a favor, all right? Pass one of your other emails in so we can eliminate one or two.
There he is.
Sounds good. What's the plan?
Risk it.
Oh,
Game time. Let's get it, MP.
hey, did you try?
Yeah, what'd you do when you forgot your lunch last night?
Oh, I went and saw.
Fans live for games like this one.
Welcome, everyone. It's time for NBA action, coming to you live on this Saturday night. Alongside Stan Van Gundy, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for him.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And now Washington's starting group. They've got Morris. Kerr is out there with Jordan. And it's Santiago in at the power forward. And for the Nuggets, they've got Anthony. And it's Harden in at the point. And with the trade deadline behind us, GA, that is a busy time for front offices.
Yeah, and for every trade that takes place, hundreds more are proposed. I don't envy the GM's long hours behind the scenes.
And it's going to be the Nuggets off the tip. Well, as we know, MP has made it a point to play well and win against these good defenses. They've put it out there, and their opponents have come in wanting to prove them wrong.
Well, give MP and his team credit. They set a goal and have executed thus far. Another tough matchup here against a great defensive team, but MP's team and their high-powered offense have proven to be a handful.
And so it's the Wizards getting on the board first. Pass to Sims. The rim-rattling two-handed jam.
For a center, he's maybe undersized, but his ability to get in the air to make a play balances that out.
Now, here's Kerr. A fader. And he can't bank that one in. And looking back, Coach, how great was it to see the Nuggets win their first title back in 2023?
One of the great NBA stories, Kevin. It was huge. It was a moment years in the making. That championship meant so much to the city of Denver and its fans.
Now here's Jordan. Nails the baby hook. Jordan's got his second bucket.
Yeah, I'd call this ideal scoring distance. It's almost too easy.
Nuggets have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Outside Anthony. This one for 3. It's up and it's off the mark. He's 0 for 1. So for the Nuggets, their last game, a loss to the Jazz. Jordan's shot is off. Harden with it. He had 15 points last outing. Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Here's the 3. That one's no good. That makes him 1 for 2. Here's Jordan. Buries it from about 10 feet away. Jordan's got 6.
Well, he's been very efficient in this quarter. Keep getting him the ball.
Here is Harden. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Pass to Watson. Moody with it, guarded by Jordan. Here's Sims. Good work defensively by Morris. For Washington, they've gone 3 of 5 shooting the ball so far. Here's Jordan. Again, the Wizards good for 2.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
And it's Harden with the ball for the Nuggets. They trail by 3. First chance of the season for them to go up against this Wizards team.
And as good as a team as they were a year ago, they hated seeing these guys in their meetings. Just couldn't get it done against them.
So it's the Wizards now. The Nuggets getting the bucket. Here's Santiago. Bangs home the trifecta.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Now here's Anthony. His last outing, 16 points for him. Going inside. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
And that's the kind of lead pass we've come to expect from him.
And timeout called by Willie Green. This will give him a chance to discuss some potential alterations. Jalen Duren, he's checked in for Denver. Tyson Daniels comes in for Moody. .136 left to play in the first. From deep, Jordan connects from three-point range. He's got 11.
Yeah, this quarter's all about him. He's just dominating at the offensive end.
From deep, Harden. It's rebounded by Jordan.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Lets it go from deep. The rebound by Harden. The Nuggets trail by 5. Watson dishes to Harden. Anthony on the wing. There's 53 seconds left in the first quarter. All alone. Rebounded by the Wizards.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Here's Jordan. And he floats in for the easy 2. Credit the assist on that one.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Now, here is Jordan. He had a career game last time out. Bucket after bucket. Saw the pass to Jordan. 7-second difference. Shot in game clock. Pass to Hall. 6 to shoot. Fires for 3. And he hits it from deep. 3 points there from Jordan. Jordan's got 16 points.
Yeah. We're seeing some fireworks from them already.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so it's the Washington Wizards with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room headed. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for Washington.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
And also, given the game is more fast-paced nowadays, I like the way they've capitalized in transition, keeping their foot on the gas.
So on the floor for Washington, Jordan is out there with Song. Then it's Oakley, and it's Hall in at the 3, the small forward. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, guys, cool hands in that last outing against New Orleans lit up the floor. He finished with 64 points. And as we've come to expect, he filled it up from three-point range whenever he could. Just a fantastic night for him. The kind he wants to have every night, I'm sure. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, I'm sure he's coming in with a lot of confidence after last game. He wants to have a repeat performance here tonight.
With the drive. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Pass to Sims. You know, Stan, we hear all the time about after timeout plays. About how many of those do teams really have at their disposal?
Well, you certainly have to have a few, Kevin. Coaches vary in their philosophy. Some coaches will draw them up on the fly. I was one, like a lot of guys, who wanted to have things that we've worked on that then we could go to. But that just depends on who you've got, how smart your guys are, how quickly they pick things up.
Drains it from beyond the arc.
That's a dozen straight points coming off the triple.
They double him with Song. And there's the drive and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete. Wizards leading by 14. Jordan deciding where to go with it. Shoots the three. And the Wizards hit again from deep.
And how about the last 5 made shots have all been threes? The defense is just giving up a barrage.
And Denver decides to take their first time out here. And Washington making a change here. Already it's February. Hard to believe. Let's see how the West is matching up. Take a look at the Nuggets. They're in the middle at 5th in the conference, looking to build in the wins as the season goes on.
And you know, for the Nuggets, this season has been, it's been solid, but they just need to maintain their place in the standings and get 100% prepared here for the postseason.
Well, look, they've performed to expectations, but I think this team could take it to another level if they get rolling.
They just won't miss. I mean, this is incredible.
Well, as a coach, this is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Anthony drawing the double team. Here's Moody. And another miss by Denver. Washington leading now by 19. Pass to Jordan. Basket counts. Jordan's got 26 points.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Denver's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Harden, no good. On offense, here are the Wizards. They're on a 15-4 run. It's Jordan on the wing. Fader on the way. Another one falls for Washington.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest. Not really what we expected. You know he wants that one back.
The three, And Sarr gets it to go on the assist by Oakley. Oakley's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Denver calls timeout. Watson, he's checked in for the Nuggets. Let's take this chance to look at the teams that have been the league's most efficient passers this past month. In the 3rd position, the Wizards.
And what stands out during this recent stretch is just how well they passed the basketball. I mean, this is a club that has become really unselfish.
3-pointer. It's good from long range. Moody's got 6.
And for the defense, that is a heart-sinking moment when you see him that wide open from beyond the arc.
To the inside, here's Watson. Morris with the rebound. And the Wizards with possession. They're on a 20-7 run. Kicks it out to Jordan. And it's off from 3-point range. Denver's gotten into trouble with the 3-ball in the second quarter. Only hitting 1 of 5 attempts. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Always good to get another look at a terrific defensive play.
And big defensive plays like that will help them stay in control of this one.
Harden, that's good.
Well, when you have a scorer as skilled as he is, you do everything you can to get him the looks he needs.
5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Morris kicks to Kerr. Now Jordan. And he has 28 points for the game. Morris outside from the arc. And he nails it. The 3-pointer falls from Jordan. Jordan's got 12 points now in the quarter.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
And so it's Washington with a 21-point lead to end the quarter. The scoring has been tremendous, and they are shooting lights out with very high accuracy. We'll return shortly.
We're back again. Welcome. It's that time again to take a peek.
You know, right now for the Wizards, they've certainly earned that top spot. If they aren't the clear title favorites, they're on the short.
And let's move on now to those first 2 quarters. Talk about a tough start for the Nuggets.
You can do everything else.
Thanks for joining us.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. You look at Cool Hands in this game, he's been everywhere.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, he's been locked in tonight. Through the first 2 quarters, he's been a huge factor from outside.
They've got Moody, and it's Anthony in a 2-guard. That's the group on the floor for Denver.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Taken away by Anthony. To the middle. Trying to find Moody. Gets it to him. Harden the pass to Sims. Over Jordan. A shot by Sims. No good. Washington leading now by 23. Kerr the pass to Jordan. And they double up Jordan. That's good. And so Kerr with the assist. And that's now 35 points for Jordan. And it's Harden with the ball for the Nuggets. They'll be hosting Orlando for the next one. That'll be the last of 3 straight at home for the team. And again, Denver no good.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh, my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the 2 biggest would be this. I think, number 1, anytime there was a lack of effort. You're not running back on defense, things like that. That I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, Commissioner Silver has been direct. The NBA is hoping for more competitive All-Star games. Now, they've said as much before, but last year's high-scoring All-Star game did precede the league's not-so-subtle move to cut down on foul calls and allow for more defense overall. They are trying to get it right. Kevin?
And it couldn't be a great game without defense, so we like the direction. EA, thank you.
Well, he's been able to find points, just not enough of them. They've got to string together some more buckets.
Denver's gotten blank from three-point land so far in the third. Still 0 for 3. In the corner, Moody with it. Out to Anthony. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation out there on the defense. Greg, we see the NBA fining players for certain actions or statements.
Multiple offenders are always going to be under the microscope, Kevin. Sometimes they end up playing into those expectations, so those punishments can appear a bit skewed.
The Nuggets shooting their first free throw of the night.
And 74% has been the mark for them on the season thus far.
And no good on the technicals, so unable to pick that one up. Dyson Daniels checked in for Moody. Second half of play, and we're 3 minutes into the third here. Anthony can't hit. And it's Washington's ball. Big run right now going for him, 11-2. From deep, Jordan gets it to go from beyond the arc. Jordan's got 41.
Well, they just need to keep getting him the ball. He has been terrific this quarter.
Outside Anthony. Harden outside, and it's a defensive 3-second violation. Denver shooting their second free throw attempt on the night. And so he hits the technical free throw. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter.
Yeah, those shots from him are certainly not helping their case.
And Jordan throws it down.
And he just keeps on going. He's got more points than anybody else out there.
Oakley against Anthony. Pass to Daniels. Off target with his three.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Down low. Jordan down low. He's covered by Watson. A nice shot by Jordan.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Daniels passes to Anthony, and there's the defensive 3-second call. And a chance for just a second now to check out the scoring breakdown for the Wizards.
Well, their passing has been just exceptional, and it's opened up the floor for them on numerous occasions.
And also, guys, they've been showing how dangerous they are in the open floor. When they see a chance to get easy points, boy, they just jump at it.
And the Nuggets making a change here. Marion's checked in. Collier, he's checked in for the Nuggets. .52 seconds left here in the third quarter. Too long in the paint, and he's hit with a 3-second violation. Denver shooting their fourth shot at the foul line here. And the technical free throw is good. Bowen, he's checked in for Anthony. There's 45 seconds left to play here in the third. And there's the 3-second call, this one on the defense. The Nuggets shooting their fifth attempt at the line in the game. And he shows the focus there, nails the technical. Here's Collier. The Nuggets with another miss. And so Jordan will bring it up for the Wizards. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Absolutely. They're playing their game and executing at a real high level. Everything is working for them right now.
The wide open look here for Marion. The Nuggets with another miss. And here is Jordan. He has 45 points. He got it up. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. And so it's Washington sitting pretty as the quarter comes to a close. Their lead all the way up there at 35 points. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. And a quick look now at the State